is Dan Seifert with MobileBurn.com, and today I'm taking a quick look at the Casemate Tank Case. The Tank Case is a new entry in the rugged case market. It has a number of different features that make it tough and rugged, and it's very similar to the other rugged cases that we've seen before, but it does have some unique features as well. For starters, it's a two-piece design. So you got two halves here that separate, and you can insert your iPhone into it. It's for the iPhone 4, the iPhone 4S, works on all the models that are available across various carriers. Inside of the case itself has a soft rubberized liner interior, which you can kind of see with the buttons here and the lining here. I'm not going to take the case apart because it's actually very difficult to take apart. It's quite cumbersome, and I tend to throw things when I do it, so I'm going to avoid doing that right now. But it just should be noted that if you do like to take your phone out of your case often, it's going to be pretty difficult with the Casemate Tank Case. Now, you do have access to various things. You've got your home button here. Front-facing camera is not blocked. Light sensor's not blocked, earpiece is not blocked, so that all seems to work just fine when the phone is in the case. On the side, you've got your volume rocker here, and then deep down inside the case, you've got the switch to access your toggle switch for the vibration or sound. Up top, you've got access to your power switch key, and then you've got a covered port for the 3.5mm headphone jack. Now, the covered port here kind of covers up that noise canceling microphone that's up there, so you might have some issues there with poor sound quality, but in my test I really didn't notice any difference, to be honest with you. The buttons themselves are really soft and rubbery because it uses that soft rubbery type of feeling to it, but they do seem to work well. They are responsive. As you can see, I can click it on and off pretty quickly and easily there. Down at the bottom, you've got a rubber cover for the 30-pin charging and syncing port, your standard, of course, port there. And then you've got the exposure for the microphone and speaker there that are never blocked. Now, this kind of sits into the charging port here, and it doesn't fit quite flushly. It kind of sticks out a little bit, as you can see there. Not super flush. It's a little annoying, kind of cumbersome as well. And it should also be noted that this, even though this is a super rugged case, it is not waterproof at all, because you do have exposed parts of the phone here. Now, if we take a look at the back, you've got the cameras available, does not block the flash or the camera lens, and during my quick test, I didn't really notice any blooming or problems with the flash when you use that, as some cases might have that propensity to do. There's two buttons here that you can use to separate the case, the two halves of the case when you want to take it apart. And then you've got this slider here, and that kind of shows the unique feature of the Casemate Tank. It's got this sliding screen cover, so you control it from the back, and you can see it slides over the iPhone 4's display, and you can then, tap away and knock it around quite a bit. And then when you want to use it, you can slide it out of the way. The cover's translucent, so you can see through it if you've got new notifications, but of course you cannot do anything on the screen when the cover is in the place. Now, if you slide open your screen here, you can see that you do have access to the full touchscreen. However, because of that cover being there, you can see how deeply recessed it is, which from my experience makes it a little bit difficult to type on the iPhone's screen because you are trying to avoid hitting the case. So it can make typing a little bit difficult, but it is something that you might just have to get used to if you choose to use this case. Now, another thing I wanted to point out is that if you do use various docks for your iPhone, it's not really going to work all too well when you have the tank on the phone itself because it is quite bulky and it's going to prevent you from putting it in any sort of dock. That's kind of an issue with any one of these rugged cases, but it just should be pointed out as well. Now, as far as rugged durability goes, it is designed based on the designs of a motorcycle helmet. It's kind of got a soft touch feeling on the outside, but it is not so frictiony that it's hard to take out of your pocket. It slips in and out of a pocket pretty easily as well. Super tough and rugged. I've dropped this from quite a few feet numerous times and have not had any issues or marks on the case at all. So it really is one of the more rugged cases on the market and lives up to its tank name. Now, Casemate is throwing in a belt clip with the tank when you purchase it. It works both ways, so you can snap it with the screen towards the back, or you can turn it around and snap it with the screen towards the front like so. The back latch rotates. It's pretty solid and stiff, as you can see, and you can hear that it's quite loud. So it's a pretty solid holster if you prefer to use that with your case. Now the Casemate Tank case is available in 4 different colorways. You can have black on black, army green on orange, like this review unit that I have here. There's also a black on pink that has pink highlights, and then a white on pink as well. Sells for about $60, and you can get it at Casemate's online store at casemate.com, or you can check it out at various retailers across the country. So there you go. That's the Casemate Tank case for the Apple iPhone 4 and 4S. This is Dan Seifert, MobileBurn.com.